Hi, welcome to Shop Stop. Today we're going to talk about sharpening the chain on your chainsaws.
There's three things that you need to think about when you start to sharpen this chain. The first is the angle of the tooth. So you've got this angle on the top of the tooth, so you want to make sure that you keep that preserved as well, because where it wears off the tooth and it's going to get a little flatter. The second thing is you want to make sure that the bevel underneath is correct, in that as you take your file and you run it down inside here, that you're sharpening back under the tooth so there's a good cutting edge there. There's tools that we have that can help us if you're just going to use a regular round file, a die grinder, but you can have these things that the file will connect to and actually has the angles marked on it, and it will also act as a depth gauge for you on top of the tooth. But there's one last thing that most people will overlook.
What we want to do is make sure we take this little depth gauge and file it down along with as we sharpen the chain, so that this chisel point will engage the wood. As the chain wears, why this will remain high and the chisel will wear off, and then we need to cut that down so that we can engage the chisel point of that tooth into the wood.
The thing you want to remember with your chain for sure is to always keep it sharp, because one thing we know about tools is when you have dull tools that are supposed to be sharp, they become much more dangerous. And so even as we have to worry about chainsaw safety and those types of things, if it's not very sharp, then it becomes a more dangerous tool at that time.
So let's keep our equipment in good operating condition and our chains sharp.
We'll see you next week on Shop Stop.